Yeah. I love my HBCU. And boy, I love it, love it. I love it, love it. I love my HBCU. And man, I hope my team they won one. Yeah. I hope my team they won one. Yeah. Man. I hope my team they won one. I hope my team they won one. Yeah. I tune into the HBCU Sports Lab to see if my team won or lost. If they lost, I'm quiet as a mouse. But if they won, keep tab. I'ma do the dab, yeah. Dr. Cavil, he know what he be talking about. Mike and Charles, they know what they be talking about. They compress the analytic data with the hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they won or lost, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
All right. Welcome to the episode 565 of the Inside the HBCU Sports Lab radio show and podcast. The show that covering the sporting HBCU diaspora.
That's not me.
I.e. all things HBCU sports for institutions large and small, from NAIA to NCAA. We share insights and information on the HBCU sports culture and the HBCU aesthetics to facilitate.
I'm alive. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
Oh,
I think that's my co-host.
Oh, hold on. We're going to get to you. Can you hear me now? Okay, hold on. I got you. I'm your host, Jeff Hamptonite Johnson, along with my co-host today, Big Reek. And we are filming from our home studios and sending the signal live to our KCOH 1230 AM studios with the Texas Radio Hall of Fame. Ralph Cooper in the beautiful home of Texas Southern University from Houston, Texas, H-Town. Reek, how you doing? We filling in this week. What's up? Oh. Reek, can you hear us?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Let's get it started.
Major technical difficulties here.
What's the difficulties, bro? Can you hear? Testing. All right. Testing. Is my mic working? Let's see. Testing. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going. All right. Well, let's go to a break. We're sorry. We're working on it. Going to a break.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember. They can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody.
Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more. But it's so absorbent, you can use less. So it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavil of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they want a lot, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
Okay, hopefully, are we good, Reed?
I'm good. Yep.
Hey, all right, good. Thank God. I don't know what happened. People, we are sorry. This is not really, this is what we're new to the streaming thing. We're kind of old school, so we sorry. We are so sorry. All right, so listen.
What's up, Chuck? In the comments.
Hey, we are apologizing. We ain't supposed to be look, we love it here, but we sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on it. So today today's show will be a good one, as we will be discussing the latest HBCU news and sports. So first, let's just quickly go through the SWAC Football Weekly Honors. The SWAC, has tabbed Alabama A&M's Xavier Langford and Alabama State's Kareem Keys. Alcorn State's Stamarion Edwards. Okay. And Prairie View's
Guillermo.
Yeah, Garcia Rodriguez. I bet you he's a punter or a kicker. He's one of them. And Arkansas Pine Bluff's Giovanni Gibson for SWAC Football Weekly Honors for their outstanding performances during the past week of regular season competition. And looks like, a couple co-offensive awards. Langford accounted for 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 1 passing in Alabama A&M's 56-12 homecoming over Bethune-Cookman. And just like we said on our own podcast, Bethune-Cookman is a shell of its former self. They're a toothless wildcat. What you think?
No, they're struggling. And I thought last year they got a little bump, but it doesn't seem to have carried over. So there's a lot of issues down there in Daytona Beach.
Yeah, well, hopefully whatever it is, they're not the same team that we saw in the MEAC. They were a terror in the MEAC. All right, and Keys entered the game off the bench to help the Hornets erase a early 14 deficit in a 54-17 win over Mississippi Valley State. Trailing 14-0, Hornets outscored Mississippi Valley State 54-3. Let me stop. I mean, that's Mississippi Valley State. I love them, but, that's kind of par for the course. And let's see, defensive. Edwards finished with 12 tackles on the night, highlighted by 2.5 were tackles, 2.5 were tackles for losses during a 17-14 Braves victory over Grambling. And his tackles for losses accounted for 7 yards on the night. So, and specialists, just like I thought, Garcia connected on field goals attempts of 50, 54, and 49.
Wow.
Where they do that at?
That's amazing.
For 8, man. Normally, we happy for our kickers to kick 30 yards. So
make the extra point.
Yeah, because that's something we don't specialize in. So, all right. So here's another thing: the upcoming Magic Classics featuring we love to abbreviate, but Alabama State and Alabama A&M has been picked up for national television. I've been to that game. It is I personally feel like it's like one of the largest rivalries, in HBC football. So what do you think?
No, so I'm looking forward to it. At least I'll watch. And this is the one that's coming on TV, right?
Yeah. This is going to be on ESPN. Was it ESPNU?
Yeah,
so,
it's kind of crazy. Everything is televised now, so I'll be watching.
Yeah.
I'll watch every other game.
Yeah, so
it's definitely it's one you actually would prefer to be there, but it's definitely you want to watch it.
Yeah, Legion Field, it's still a remarkable venue when it's filled, especially with those two programs, and I think Connell Maynard is a colorful character for A&M, because we had him when he was at Hampton. He was definitely a colorful character. And, I think even though I know that fan base in Huntsville gives him a hard time, but I mean, the guy really knows offense, I think he never cares about special teams and and defense, but that's where he definitely, I would say misses the mark, but he has a SWAC title under his name.
Yep.
So, all right. So let's see. Now let's switching over to the MEAC. We're going to get on our stuff soon. So
yeah,
we gotta get these jokers out the way. So, MEAC, Howard's Rye McKinnon, MEAC Player of the Week, presented by Coca-Cola. Delaware State's Paige Aquelo. So let's just go through these I would say these standout players. So McKinnon had this is for volleyball. She tallied 5.83 kills and over Morgan State. Aquelo, a freshman, recorded 27 assists and against Delaware State. And who is this Reeves guy? Leah Reeves from Howard had 14.17 assists, totaling 85 assists. So, okay. All right. These are, I would say, standout volleyball players. And the last one is Claire Simpson. All right. Tallies 37 digs over 2 matches to help Howard finish 2-0 this week. We don't really care for that school, but good for them. So
we're not supposed to be reading Howard superlatives.
I know. I was like, why they got us reading Howard? Howard, never mind. Dog Park U. Okay, so now we're going to talk about football honors. So Howard's quarterback, Jashawn Scroggins, named MEAC Offensive Player of the Week. We played him. We beat him. I think he's a good player. Could he get him back to the title? I think it will. To the MEAC championship, I think it will be tough because North Carolina Central is looming. Norfolk State linebacker A.J. Richardson earned Defensive Players of the Week. Teammate Vincent Berry was named Rookie of the Week. And in North Carolina Central's Trevon Humphrey and Caleb Robinson received Offensive Lineman and Specialist of the Week honors. Now, Norfolk State and they got, they played against Towson, right? And
this week?
No,
was it?
No. Last week. Was it last week? Who did they play last week? Did they get a win last week?
Almost.
Against who?
Let me look and find that up. But it was a game they could have and should have won.
Yeah, let's see. Norfolk State football. So who did they play? Oh yeah, they did lose to Towson. So I would just sit here and say, yeah, they did it in a losing effort. Par for the course for Norfolk State. No, keep it real. And they're familiar with Big Worm as a head coach. So
that's true.
No, but he was a winner at Southern. So it's like he hasn't. He was a winner at Southern, and I think it's just Norfolk State because
it's a tough job.
It's a tough job.
Reason, it's a tough job.
We sent one of our coaches there. Not we did. He was a Hamptonian, and he coached at Richmond and Virginia State, and he was successful at both. Goes to Norfolk State, best record 6-5. I'm like, looking back at it now, he had them going in the right direction, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. But I think they're a little. The expectations are a little bit higher than whatever they're able to provide to the coaches in the program. So they're ready to run Big Worm out there.
Why? I think Norfolk State has I think they have a Ruth Chris appetite with McDonald's, like with McDonald's like money.
Nah, Ruth Chris, that's too nice. I mean, I think they got
oh, no, you won't. What you gonna say? Applebee's?
Five Guys. They got a Five Guys.
No. All right, so look, listen, if they got a Five Guys appetite, then Five Guys appetite, what kind of money they got? They got what, 7-Eleven 7-Eleven quarter bites or big brown bites.
That's good eating, man.
No, stop.
And are we supposed to be nice on this show? Are we?
Absolutely not. No,
not.
They're gonna get our flavor because we talk about everybody. Okay, so all right, now hold on. Do you want to go? Matter of fact, do you want to talk about the upcoming Hampton and A&T game, or do you want to go to a break?
Let's go to a break.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Hampton and A&T upcoming homecoming game for the G-Ho. And then we're going to get into some more MEAC and SWAC classics.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cavil Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cavil.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up message quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they want a lot, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gonna teach a lesson.
All right, so.
Wait, Jeff, can I jump in there real quick?
Go ahead, man.
Were you watching the commercials?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you see the one where the dude was on a dating website with his mom?
No.
I guess he was. I guess we'd be like around our age, and if his mom was dating, he was on Tinder. I guess helping his mom find a date. Would you do that?
No, man. No. It's like, because your mom gonna be looking at it like that's your mom. She be like, ooh, yeah, Mr. Lanny over there. Ooh, heck no. I'm like, Mom, chill.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. I guess they could swipe too. That was wild. Okay, sorry, sidetrack.
No, you good. No, all right. So we know G-Ho is coming up. So for us HBCUs that are in PWI conferences, this is a game that we all look forward to. This is one of the wins that we know that we could possibly get. Because when we go into these other games, it's like you might not get that one, but we gonna get one of them that's right here. So, fortunately for us, North Carolina A&T has been very putrid as of late. And
that's a strong word.
Yeah, no, putrid. I mean, it should be a stronger word, to be honest. I mean, I would sit here and say Vincent Brown. I mean, I know we catch a lot of flack for calling it Lee Fobbs 2.0, but okay, so he's not Lee Fobbs 2.0, but that program just has not shown the glimmer of, I would say, until last week, of hope. And so, but last week they played Richmond pretty well, but we know Richmond's a good program, but they're not where they want to be as of yet. So the Pirates, who just lost to Rhode Island in a double overtime game, I would say even though there was a loss, there's no such thing as a good loss, but we are headed into Jiho with hopefully some momentum. And I think that we should be successful if we play Malcolm Mays over Christopher Zealous. What do you think?
Yeah, let's break down. Let's put some facts to your analysis right there. So if we look at A&T, break them down. They are 1-5. They've lost 4 in a row. 0-2 in conference, and 1-1 at home. So their lone win comes over Division II Winston-Salem in overtime. Winston-Salem should have and could have won that game. I think it came down to a missed extra point.
Sure.
Like that. So other than that, it's been tough sledding for A&T. Let's look at some more stats about them. The scoring offense in the CAA, second to last.
Yep.
Scoring offense. Their total defense is last.
Yep.
The scoring offense is last. And yeah, but they run a lot of plays, but they don't score and they don't move the ball well. So, I mean, last in offense, last in defense. I mean, that's kind of tough, man. I think, Hampton's a little more middle of the pack. We're still tops at running the ball. We throw the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
We've got the number one pass defense, amazingly, in the conference.
Yep.
And
that's interesting.
The last rushing defense in the conference.
And that is interesting, too, because Elijah Burris was getting considerations for being FCS All-American this year. And you can tell he's probably still injured, and because he doesn't have that burst to get to the second gear. And we haven't seen, I would say, a really good run from him, even from the first game. So whatever that he has, it still seems like it's still lingering. But I will say this, though. Malcolm Mays last week against Rhode Island, 24 completions against 28 attempts, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Right. And he threw a very good ball in overtime that got us to the second overtime. It was an out route, and it was one of those balls that when you're in the red zone, you have to be Johnny on the spot. And he threw that ball before the receiver even cut. And it was such a pinpoint accurate throw. And I was really impressed with this kid. That was the guy that when they were recruiting him, we were like, if he plays like that, that's what we want. And he showed up. So if that Malcolm Mays shows up down to Greensboro, we will beat We will beat them.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key. I mean, I think it's if Malcolm Mays starts and plays well, we win.
Yeah, absolutely. I also feel that that I think A&T is also given the Hampton contingent bulletin board material too. It's like Hampton is in the next state over. We're not it's not coming from Dover, or it's not coming from Tallahassee, or from, I would say somewhere in Alabama, Mississippi, but we could brought our band, But the fact is they did not give us, I guess they sold their ticket allotment for where the band should be. So my concern was, okay, hey, you could have got them some benches or maybe some chairs, and they could have occupied a space on the track. But the fact of the matter is, people in Hampton are definitely not happy about that. So, we'll see. Greensboro is kind of a tough place to play. But if that team has been piss poor for so daggone long, then, I don't think it'll be that tough. Aggie pride probably be puppy pride when we get there. So.
Yeah, I mean, no, we should. This is a game where Hampton should really lock in, because I mean, they play their game and can really put it together, then they can show where the program is headed. But A&T, they still got a lot of pride. Aggie pride is a real thing. So they're gonna be ready. Just hopefully we're ready too.
No, we definitely. But you know what though? We also have news that we forgot to discuss. Athletic director Tony Henderson, he removed the interim tag from our coach. So congrats to our coach. Who's now he's the Trent Boykin is now the head coach, full-time head coach for Hampton University. So it was.
What do you think about that?
You know what? It's like I agree with it because let that man coach. Even though he's a coach. He's an intern, and it's like I would not want a person to be an intern for the full year. I can understand if they made a coaching change mid-season. I get it, but I mean he's proven a few things. The offense is moving. Last game it was moving. It was moving. It wasn't moving against I would say William and Mary. But it was moving against Howard. It moved against North Carolina Central and somewhat against Morgan State. But I will say this: I think he kind of figured out certain things within the offense that works for him. Like we had to let Zealous go. I know he's a homegrown kid, but it's like he had to make the big boy decision, and he did it. And I applaud him for it, and I applaud the athletic director for giving this guy a shot because at this point. He had to make the decision to say, thank you, Zealous. We got some packages for you around the red zone. Thank you, but you throw too many picks for us.
Yeah. I mean, I think Boykins, he's a professional.
Yeah.
And I think now he's got the nod. He always talks about every press conference, all the connections he has, all the places he's coached. So I think he's got some time now that there are definitely some holes to be filled on the coaching rank and recruiting. So now he's got complete control over that to build his program. So I think it's a good move. And just to expand on that Rhode Island win or loss, like there's no moral victories don't really count, but you can kind of judge your program to see where they are.
Yeah.
And Rhode Island is now a top 20 team.
Yeah.
So there's a thing. Some polls up to 16, and we had a 14-point lead on it with about 4 minutes to go. I mean that says a lot, right? In both ways, you should have won that, but to have a team like because 2 years ago we wouldn't have had Rhode Island. We would have gotten beat 49-7.
Yeah. Oh God, that would have been it would have been a drumming. It would have been an intellectual, just X's and O's out scheming.
Yeah.
But I felt that he did match Rhode Island wit for wit. I just think at the end it was just. I think the defense kind of gave out, and I would say there were some questionable play calls from the defense, and I will say there were some lack of concentration penalties, mainly pass interference, and that fourth down where the quarterback scrambled, and I swear I didn't think he made it, but he was close.
Yeah.
But so it was that. And as Brother Hunt says, Hampton should not have lost to the double overtime game in Rhode Island. I watched it on replay on YouTube. We shouldn't have. But I will tell you this, though. This is par for the course for Hampton. I think a lot of the times we had a few games similar where I think we were up on Monmouth late, very late. And we were up on, and we had Monmouth on their 1 yard line. And it was like a third and 10, and one of our linemen, or one of our overzealous transfer linebackers, jumped off sides, gave them 5-yard cushion. They take it down and score. It's just that type of lack of concentration that happens primarily with Hampton bringing in these portal guys. But this was years ago. But this is happened a lot of times. So.
Yeah, you got it. You got to have the portal guys now. It's like it's a part of life, but I think
stop getting angry portal guys.
We mentioned this before on our own podcast. Like, I watched a lot of college football last 2 weekends, and it seems like whoever has the ball last wins. Like these defenses cannot stop these offenses at the end of games. I don't know if they're out of gas, but it just seems to be a thing. So. I think it's not all shocking that we couldn't hold on to that one.
Yeah. No, you're right. So we need to go ahead and do these top 7 HBCU teams. Hold on, let me find them first, man. I don't want to be out here. Okay. Let's see. Top 7 teams. Oh Lord, I thought I had it. So give me a moment. I'll have them up in a few moments. Okay, hold on. I think this is it right here. All right, okay. Oh no, these are receiving votes. This is Division 2. Okay, here we go. So let's start with Dr. Cavill's 2024 HBCU mid-major division football poll rankings. All right, so dropping out is first Shaw, at 3-3, 2-2 in the conference.
But it's Division 2? Sorry.
Yeah, Division 2.
Okay.
Fort Valley receiving votes at 4-2, 3-1. They're a pretty strong program, though. And, Virginia State, 3-3, 2-1. Virginia State, if you're listening, go to me. We need you over there. So, number 7, Miles Golden Bears. Miles has always been a strong program, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Miles is 7th. Livingstone at 6th. Wow, okay. Clark Atlanta, CAU. I love their red field, though. What you think about their red field?
I don't like it, but this is a gimmick, draws attention, but I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, they need to get another side, but don't nobody go to – and it's funny, it's in Atlanta. Don't nobody go to those games. So, Winston-Salem State at 4, which I would say explains how they took A&T to the wire. And Virginia Union at 3, and we definitely know about Virginia Union. And West Virginia State Yellow Jackets at 2. And who do you think is at number 1?
Who have you not? Johnson C. Smith.
JCSU. And this is wild part. My grandfather is in the Johnson C. Smith Football Hall of Fame. He played left tackle there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Jay Primus. Yeah, it is amazing. So that's interesting. So
hey, did you see the question from Chuck Hunt about, or just his thought about defenses and finishing the end of these games? He said he thinks what is happening is with bad defense is I think what is happening with bad defense is because of avoiding targeting calls. Like at the end of the games, defenses just can't seem to close out the games. It's like whoever has the ball last wins.
Yeah,
if it's a one-score game.
No, I definitely agree, because I think that a lot of the offense is set up for offense, and I think a lot of our guys sometimes it's like you damn if you do, damn if you don't. The defense. When they're over aggressive, then mistakes happen. Then if they play too soft, which we both did against Rhode Island at soft zone, they picked it apart. And the dude who picked it apart was one of those, I would say, he was kind of like a gadget quarterback, like a scrambling guy. And for those 3 plays that netted at least about 60 plus yards, he stayed in the pocket and found that tight end. And we were just expecting him to flush him out, somebody kind of run him out of bounds, or he'll get a couple yards. But no, he stood in there and hit the tight end for 3 straight plays. So I think for a lot of our programs, it's just that balance. And we don't have if we do have cornerbacks, they need to be disciplined. And sometimes you get these kids that are drawing back and forth. And this is another thing that we notice in the CAA. A lot of drawing back and forth. They know when to stop. Our kids don't. And so in this, we've seen it at A&T. We've seen it with us. And we see it at Tennessee State. They kind of have it, I would say, down to a science. And we're like, stop, get your mind over there. And that's where those flags come. So, yeah. So definitely, let's go over to. I know we need to get to a break, but let's go ahead and get the
D1.
Yeah, the D1s. Okay. This is still them. Give me a sec. Thought I had it. Let's see. No, it's still Shaw Bears. All right. Well, I'll find it in a second, guys. I thought it was on here. But let's go to a break. Let's go to a break. When we come back, we'll get to that.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle. Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel. A business big leaguer. Go for key. Even the ultimate pool float inflator. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KeversVoice.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield. Never not working.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna lose, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
All right, guys, we are back. So let's go through Dr. Cavil's 2024 HBCU Major Division rankings. Okay, so you already know who's number one. So
the Eagles, North Carolina Eagles. Now, what do you think about that win against? They just played Virginia University of Lynchburg. Should any of us be playing this school?
First of all, this school ain't even a school, man. It ain't nothing but a collection of dudes doing.
Google them, man. Google them.
Nah, they basically in a church, and they got they taking online courses from not even DeVry. I think their accreditation is probably all the online courses that those kids are taking just to keep
they probably taking them at Trump University.
Nah, well, they did beat Campbell. They beat the brakes off of Campbell, man. Yeah. And you said with Boone's Creek, them folks down there?
Bowie's Creek.
Oh, Lord, that sounds like a sundown town.
Man, you on the way to Bowie's Creek, boy, it's lined with Trump signs, boy.
But you know what, though? It's funny. The HBCU program with a white QB walking right into Campbell and breaks off of him. So.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get.
So they definitely Central should be number one.
Yeah, it should be. All right, so who do you think? Let's go. All right, first of all, we already fell out. I mean, how are we gonna fall out of the? Well, I mean, we did lose William and Mary, understood. But I thought that but close loss would at least kept us within the rankings of Rhode Island, because but we are receiving votes, and we meaning Hampton University. Alabama A&M is receiving votes. Connell Maynard and ASU is receiving votes. And so, who do you think is seventh? If you had to make your guess.
Bison, you know.
You know what? I mean, a program we thoroughly trounce every year. No worries there. Sixth place, Alcorn. And so Alcorn is under a new coach, Fred McNair, they walked him out of there. And I don't think he walked. I think they mutually parted ways. So, and one moment. So, I'm sorry, when you have your child in another room and he just disregards what we're doing, that is a problem. So, South Carolina State is fifth with Berry. Good program. They beat Tennessee Tech. I would say he is a heavily defensive guy. His offense needs needs a lot of work. So I think, just like we talked about on our podcast, we need to see the evolution of Berry. He's a defensive coordinator now, but if he takes that Rod Broadway approach, where he goes from a rah-rah type of guy, completely defense, then moves over to, I would say, a balanced coach, then I think that he would see more success in the near future. Fourth, what you think with Jackson State?
So Jackson State, they're number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's deserved. Yeah, I mean, I guess I honestly haven't seen anything but from their record.
Yeah.
I guess, but I haven't seen them play at all.
Yeah. I mean, same. Everybody talks about TC Taylor, but I'm like, okay, if he's good, he's good. Florida A&M third. I have seen a few of their games with James Colsey as the head coach. I do think that they have a solid foundation. I think they're a little bit rough around the edges. They need to clean a few things up. Primarily, I would say their passing game. I think their offensive line is primarily a running type. Their running program, but man, there isn't much of a fall off from the previous regime to the new, but there are certain things I think that they probably need to polish up more. And
my thought about FAMU is just from watching them, they got some dudes. They got some players there. So they're doing a heck of a job recruiting wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Tennessee State at 5-2, 3-1 in conference, definitely. Eddie George. I think this is the buy-in year for him, and I'm impressed to see how they have responded. I would say within the few years he's been there. So I would like to see how this develops, and I think they have a great shot to be very competitive, if not being fighting for a playoff spot within the FCS. So we'll see. And we already discussed the number 1. So number 1, of course, North Carolina Central. There will always be a problem. And if you're looking at it, just by looking at this poll alone, North Carolina Central will handle pretty much all of these programs. Florida A&M has I don't see any weaknesses in weak spots within Central's game.
They just got a little depth is the problem.
Yeah.
I think, an injury or two can really derail them because they're not, from my eyes, they're not a particularly deep team.
Yes.
So health is going to be their issue.
Yeah.
But that quarterback and that running back, man, number 4, right?
Yeah, man, that guy is serious, and it's interesting. You remember what Coach Prime said when he left? He said, "Get you a quarterback that can sling it," and that guy can sling it, man.
Yep.
So definitely impressive with A&T. I mean, with Eagle Pride amplified. Okay, so I think there was a last little thing that we saw in here. Connell Maynard claims the NCAA is about making money and amid national
Shocker.
letter of intent ruling. Like,
shocker! You shocked by that? Yeah, they about to make money.
Then he said, according to Maynard, this will be a major issue for Alabama A&M and other HBCU athletic programs. If they sign with us, it's not binding. So if they sign with us, and then if one of the bigger schools kids go somewhere else, then they'll say, that kid we were looking at who signed with A&M, let's go back and offer him again. So, I mean, he has a point there. But it's like, what do you want to do? Like, if you sign a kid and a bigger school, I don't ever want to take away from a young man, Like, we had a situation here at Hampton last year. Jerry Dean, played basketball for Coach Joyner's program last year. Very good. Very good guy. And Florida State came and offered him a bag of money. He left. Like, what are we going to do? We think we're going to match that money we gave him? Nah, we didn't have it. So I kind of looked at it as, look, if they got the bag, let that boy get his bread. So
yeah, I mean, you can't. The Supreme Court, I mean, they've been a mess the past forever, but in these past couple of years, I mean, one thing that they've said is like, you can't limit the market with these athletes, right? So, I mean, it would be like you, right? You get a job offer from someone, you sign it, say, hey, I want to go somewhere, and then someone swoop in with that will triple offer. You're going to take it, right?
Money talk. Talk. I got to feed my family. I got to feed that
these
little
guys
joke
should be able to
there.
do the same thing. I mean, we got to step our games up.
Let them do it. So, Russell Haynes said Tennessee State number 2. What? Yeah, they're number 2.
Oh.
Y'all ain't beating North Carolina Central. Let's be honest. First, let me just go ahead and say this. Y'all lost to Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech lost to South Carolina State. South Carolina State is ranked number 5. So, yeah. So think about it like that way. And I watched the Tennessee State home. This is from Brother Chuck. I watched the Tennessee State homecoming game against Eastern Illinois. Tennessee State does not have a bad team. I want to see how they are going to look with the remainder of the games. Look, I think Tennessee State is coached well. They play hard for Brother George. I do wonder sometimes that it feels like they could be a little bit overmatched, and it's just that you don't know what kind of team that you're going to get week by week with them. But at the same time, I think they've sort of hit their stride, so we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we've been, I would say for us, Connell Maynard is always, because we were up close with him, man, at Hampton. And we watched through all the fines that he had. It was hilarious. So so it seems that he's still saying what he wants to say. So
yeah.
So what do you think about that?
No, I agree. I mean, I think he's right, but they've opened this up to the market basically, which will help Black athletes, and it's going to help schools. You just got to be more thoughtful on who you offer and how they offer, and have contingency plans. So,
absolutely,
absolutely,
it. Yeah.
Just like to do with every other employee of the school. Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to take bread from a kid. If a kid don't want. First of all, if the kid goes to your school and another program wants him, and he doesn't have no desire to be at the current school, let him go, because that will affect his play on the field. So, I mean, he has a point, and I definitely agree with him. But that's kind of
he's speaking from his own self-interest.
Exactly. And if you know Maynard, he always talk from his self-interest, man. Right. So, man, we got 2 minutes, man. Yep. So, is there anything else you want to get out of here before we go?
Oh, I just think that G-Ho's going to be interesting. I think A&T is going to play very well.
Yeah.
But if we, like you said, if we play Mays, if Mays starts, we win.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So, Yeah, so Brother Hunt says some of these athletes do families and apartments, which they need money to cover rent and other needs. There are athletes who have children are probably married. Hey, exactly.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, so no, let those boys do it. So definitely agree with you, Brother Chuck. So absolutely. So man, let's get on out of here. Hold on, let me read the stuff before we go. Thank you for listening to the HBCU Sports Lab. Make sure you share our podcast with you and your friends or your colleagues. We look forward to next week as we will discuss the latest news within the lab. We're going to discuss that beatdown from Hampton that's going to put on Jiho. They're going to be used to, they always used to losing their homecoming now. So, they haven't there's no Delaware states for the homecomings anymore. So, yeah
that's true.
Last year, I don't remember who it was, but I remember they played Campbell. They said, we don't care about no Jiho. We just want to win the game. So let's close out the show with the terrestrial KCOH 1230 AM radio side. Roy, we need to make sure we close out on our KCOH feed from our side. And matter of fact,
hey, I was gonna let you rock, man. I used to
look, we are the substitute teachers, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
We the sub, so
we all racks in this thing, man.
Yeah, we reading the kids with the names, like Demontre. Yeah, that's what we doing. So we saw it. We just reading everything. Okay, so hold on. We got to say, was it the course thing? Hold on. What? Ooh.
You got to say message, something like that, right?
No, it's not message. No, we're going to get it because I messed it up last one too. Oh, man, hold on. Look at the private chat. Hold on. He going to write it in there. He didn't write it in there. The producer didn't write it in there yet. Hold on. Man, we cannot mess this up, man. They're going to be like, man, do not come back. Course line. Dismiss. Course something and dismiss. What is it?
Course. I say course.
Oh, there you go. There it is. All right, you ready. Hold
course.
On. Course? No, hold on. I'm going to say it. You going to say it.
All right. You say it.
All right. Course.
Lecture dismiss.
No, hold on. He got to say dismiss. Hold on.
Wait,
let's do it again.
Who's he?
No, the producer. See, hold on. Here we go. Course. Come on, man. You got to say lecture. Hold on. No, I'm gonna say course. Reek gonna say lecture.
I got you.
Yeah, all right, here we go. All right. Course.
Lecture.
Dismiss. Everybody in trouble like.
Yo, we got through it, but that was fun, man.